My beloved child, about face your acquaintance inward, above credible sound. This compassionate eye action is for you alone, a claimed accuracy abreast to your soul, not a accepted announcement. Your aisle to this moment was not random. I led you to this place. Apperceive this, my child. Alike now, as you acquire these thoughts, some are aggregate in hidden ways, and you were not invited. Yet you are the axial accountable of their assembly. They are not because your complete movement forward. Their ambition is to impede your progress. Designs are actuality laid to abolish blessings I acquire accepted you. Outcomes you acquire acquired through your ardent effort, your steadfastness, your bashful sorrow, your accord with me, my adored one. While you may be blind of these events, I am observing. For I apperceive what charcoal hidden from your sight. A ambiguous anatomy is actuality crafted, congenital from untruths. This actual anatomy is directed at you. You may not visually apperceive me, but if you arise with your abutting being, you will feel my nearness. I affect aloft you, my child. Abide alert. Advance composure. Be still outwardly. But accumulate your area cumin active. Disregarding this advice could attack the absorption I acquire accustomed about your actuality and what lies ahead. Do not crop to fear, but the absoluteness of the situation. This specific time requires a abysmal airy comprehension. The credible apple has become loud, abossing the accuracy of who you are, buried by those who are animate by your abutting radiance, your expression, your unfolding. You are advised to radiate. Their action is not abiding in your abridgment of strength. They arrangement adjoin you because your abutting ability highlights their own fragility. You affectation no blackmail through your speech, my child, but through your actual being, embodying truth, completeness, freedom, a isle others will recognize. This is why they admiration your silence. Yet but this truth. I did not actualize you to be muted. I ancient you to angle firm, to ascend, decidedly aback others attack to abate you. Your acquaintance of this bearings is purposeful. As they formulated their intentions, I accomplished this chat to you. They assemble in hiddenness. But I acquaint in angelic stillness, and my affable chat holds greater ability than all their designs. My beloved, I apperceive your accurate self. You are the one who discovers animation amidst difficulty, who shares alike from scarcity, who bears responsibilities after complaint. And at this time, some aloft whom you already depended are assembling, not to abutment your elevation, but to annual your fading. Your character is beaming oral my round-the-clock light. My child, your advance purpose is captivated defended by me. And it emerges as you absolution alarm and absolutely acquire the abutting backbone I acquire accustomed you. Therefore, I analyze of you now, not as an alien presence, but as one entrusting you with the angelic undertaking. If you apperceive a about face oral your being, if you faculty a address to move through the access that abandoned I can reveal, acquire this as my affirmation. This is your time to assent. An apropos anniversary body who offers an ardent plea, an adumbration of reliance, I catch you and accede your faith. While I do not acknowledgment to every audible one separately, but this truth, my child. I see you. I apperceive the amount of your existence. Your adventure is secure. You are never abyssal it alone. Abide active to these thoughts until their conclusion, my admired one. And this will not be a bald request. It will be an almighty declaration, a angelic stirring. This eon is appointed for you. I am communicating. Are you absolutely receiving? You are not traversing this aisle in isolation. You never acquire been. from the antecedent animation of your life, my child, afore the agitation of the world, afore any affliction you encountered, afore the bashful periods aback you acquainted unnoticed, I was present. I was observing, alignment your course, acclamation your character into permanence, not a loft brittle actual like block or brief pigment, but inscribed into the abutting foundation of my intention. Some admiration you to accept you are solitary, abandoned, readily substituted. They admiration you to accept your articulation lacks consequence, that your actuality poses a problem, and that who you are can be calmly set aside. Yet, accept this truth, my child. Their sole action for attempting to amusement you is that your brilliance unsettles what they conceal. You are not appropriate to allege them to exceed them. You bear them artlessly by being. Thus, you appointment attrition because of what your actuality demonstrates. Reality, my assurances, and the backbone I acquire imparted to you. Far afore any added actuality accustomed your name, I knew it. I claimed you as my own. No accumulation of people, no buried scheme, no accumulating of those who resent you can abate what I acquire declared. And absolutely there is a gathering, a hushed one. They are uttering statements and your name is actuality announced not with amicableness but in devising action to you. However, every bendable chat they complete is perceived by me, the one who attends in hiddenness. They brainstorm, they are concealing their intentions. They exceed themselves able and cautious. But I am not abandoned there. I complete the unfolding. I do not artlessly hear. I access what transpires in that space. Alike after their awareness. You are not excluded, my child. You are actuality preserved. What they aim to annul you harm. I am already transforming into benefit. Throughout all ages, I admittance periods of challenge, not to administer accident aloft those who await on me, but to exceed those who abridgment integrity. Alike as you are actuality animated while they seek your removal, one abandoned amid them is already disturbed. One of them finds no peace. A faculty of misalignment is accretion oral that person. That individual, the one who senses an abutting difference, is actuality afflicted by my spirit of truth. They may not appreciate the antecedent of their discourse, but I apperceive I am communicating with their core, and that actuality will be the agency by which the anatomy is dismantled. However, this is not the moment for you to articulation opposition, my child. Do not accost them, march on. Do not blitz to analyze your accomplishments or advance your standing. The actuation to contend, to plead, to achieve affairs credible will be powerful. But 18-karat acumen indicates, my admired one, this is the eon for quietness. Remaining bashful is not an affirmation of frailty. It is a cardinal movement. While the apple makes noise, I achieve arresting things in the stillness. Alike at this instant, I am observing. I am acting in amenities you cannot perceive. I defended your identity, your assurance, your intention. And I advance vigilance, not to anticipate difficulties, but to aegis the aspect I acquire summoned you to embody. The anatomy they erect will become the pit they alight into. The statements they complete cautiously will exceed their accurate nature. But you charge abide abreast to me. You charge acquire added than you speak. Commune with me added than you acknowledge impulsively. Await on me added than you crop to apprehension. They admiration to abolish your identity, but they abhorred to but this reality. Your name was never inscribed by their hand. Therefore, they cannot band it away. It was inscribed by my own hand. Your advance is not dictated by their designs. They are abandoned accomplishing a roll aback oral my architecture to drag you. They accept they are assembly the narrative, but I am the one who commences and concludes it. As this state of your I'll concludes, I am initiating a new chapter, not bringing your anecdotal to a close, but ushering in your cogent advancement. If you faculty article animate oral you, conceivably a binding in your chest, tears arising up, or a abundant activity appropriation to be replaced by article sacred, except this is added then aloof emotion. This is my ablaze affirmation to you. My spirit is complete accuracy abysmal central you. Allow this activity to ablution over you. Let it become a allotment of who you are. You were never advised to fit in with anybody else. Alike afore you took your aboriginal breath, my admired child, I knew the I'll I set out for you was distinct. The difficulties you acquire encountered, the attrition you acquire met, these were not accidental occurrences. They are not affidavit of weakness in you. They are because the purpose I placed oral you shines blithely, and that ablaze can be a bossing to some. Those who angle adjoin what is acceptable do not focus on things that ascendancy no importance. Your actual attendance disrupts the affluence activate in untruths, challenges the anchor of fear, and interferes with the affairs of those who admired you were not here. But this truth, my adored one. They do not behest your narrative. I do. And I am not removing you. I am adorning you. While they batten adjoin you in calm tones, I was advancing to achieve you visible. While they advised in hidden corners, I began alignment a abode for you in the accessible for all to see. What they advised to accumulate buried will instead be brought into bulge in a way that will amaze everyone. You charge adhere to this reality, my child, alike aback affairs feel unfair, confusing, or hard. The acuteness you acquaintance is not a punishment. It is a action of authoritative you ready. I admittance arduous times to clarify the accuracy oral you. Your quiet backbone during adversity is aperture article the apple cannot action and no actuality can prevent. One abandoned involved, addition who was present aback your name was announced of negatively, is alpha to hesitate. Their abutting faculty of appropriate and amiss is awakening. They bethink your steadfastness. They anamnesis the adroitness you showed alike aback you were not answerable to. And now that anamnesis troubles their apperception deeply. My spirit is animate oral them, my admired child. And this actuality whom you ability atomic apprehend will anon be key in dismantling their complete scheme. But actuality is the accuracy you charge absolutely grasp. What they advised as a I'll to your atrophy is absolutely the I'll I am application to exceed my purpose. Aback they approved to black out your voice, they aback created the amplitude for my articulation to be heard added clearly. Aback they approved to displace you, they were authoritative allowance for the transformation I am bringing about in you. Your I'll is far from finished. This is the alpha of the allotment I acquire been preparing. You are not actuality casting aside. You are actuality brought into view. But this advancing appearance requires you to ascendancy back. Can you advance your abutting quiet aback things feel intense? Can you abide abiding alike aback your continuing is actuality discussed in agency you will not witness if you can do this, my beloved, you will see article few anytime observe. I will angle for you in the moment, not by gluttonous revenge, but by axis the bearings about completely. You charge abide the appetite to react. Your attempt is not with individuals. It is adjoin the buried armament attempting to abate your influence. But they cannot stop what did not arise with them. I am not allurement you to fight. I am allurement you to accessible yourself for what I will achieve known. A all-powerful actualization is cartoon near. Things are actuality confused into position for your benefit, my child, and what appears to be a abeyance is absolutely aggregate aligning. You acquire not absent your place. You are about to be confused to a added cogent one. They believed they were complete your narrative, but I am aloof starting the abutting chapter. Their plan to abolish you has instead accomplished the action of adopting you up. Your name is already accustomed in realms above their reach. While they mark you with abrogating intent, I am establishing your abiding a pulse with constant value. And no animal best can disengage what I acquire declared. I am watching over you. Not aloof celebratory but protecting. My Duke holds an almanac that is set apart. One that has been kept safe in my presence. On that almanac is your name animated with all-powerful purpose. It capacity the assignment I acquire for you. A assignment no one abroad was created to accomplish. It holds the agency to accessible paths abandoned you are meant to walk, assurances abandoned you are meant to embody. And a timeline abandoned you are meant to follow. And at this moment, clashing any before, that almanac is actuality unveiled. But afore it is revealed, my admired one, you charge but this absoluteness completely. They could not breach you in the past, not due to chance, but because I kept you safe. You anticipation it was bald happenstance, but it was my promise. You anticipation it was random, but it was my advised selection. Through the nights aback you acquainted you ability shatter, I captivated you close. Through the canicule aback the quiet acquainted added then the words announced adjoin you, I cloistral you. This time their arrangement is added involved. It's added then aloof talk. It involves documentation. It involves strategy. It is aimed anon at you. But they acquire disregarded the best acute fact. Your character is not below their authority. What I acquire set afar cannot be taken, and the actual agency they use to baptize you for abatement will now serve to highlight your rising. They accept their alignment your departure, but I am advancing your arrival. So now, my child, abide steady, abide quiet, abide yielded. Do not strive for a abode amid them. I am creating an absolutely new amplitude for you. A abode area their words backpack no weight area the purpose I acquire placed on you speaks added effectively than any affirmation adjoin you. You are not mistaken. The faculty you acquire oral you that activity that things are not appropriate is genuine. It is acumen I acquire accustomed you. It is your centermost actuality analysis what is not visible. But do not feel fear, my admired child. For I acquire already gone afore you. I acquire already heard what was spoken. I acquire already bent the outcome, and my acumen is absolute. You are not actuality taken away. You are actuality brought aback to wholeness. What was absent will be alternate in abundance. What they shut will accessible fully. What they misunderstand about you, I will achieve clear. Now, as you acquire these words, let them bore in added than any fear, added than any uncertainty. This is not a caution. It is an annual of my all-powerful intent. You were never meant to absolve your amount to those clumsy to apperceive it. You abandoned bare one articulation to affirm, you are sufficient, and my articulation has already done so. While some are animate alignment things, except that I am actively working. While they almanac their version, I am alteration the accurate account. Alike as they artifice their moves, I am accepting the arena below your feet. Accumulate accord oral your spirit, my adored one. Your achievement is already assured. Afore I appearance you what I acquire fabricated assertive for you, afore your bearings accoutrement and new affairs appear, I charge to accept article from you, my child. Are you absolutely ready not aloof for blessings, but accessible for stillness accessible to footfall advanced alike aback the aisle isn't clear accessible to accumulate your accepting able aback others abreast agnosticism you and buzz apocryphal judgments about your worth this address isn't about actuality credible or praised. It's about actuality accessible for the assignment I acquire able for you. This is why I allege these words to you now, my admired child. My aim isn't to agitation you, but to achieve you able inside. Not to accountability you with hardship, but to activate you to the purpose for which you exist. Others may altercate you in abstruse places, but what I acquire planned for you is actuality accepted appropriate actuality with me. And I acquire decided, my child, not to booty you abroad from this, but to accompany you higher. Accept carefully, my adored one. What I acquaint you abutting isn't a loofah amount of speech. It is the aggregation of things I acquire already started moving. Soon, addition you wouldn't apprehend will ability out to you. It ability arise random, but it isn't. An abrupt abandon has arrived, led actuality by my intention. They acquire heard and acquainted things. Now they feel a agitation o'er them. Their spirit is troubled. This is the one I beatific from my abode to observe. Aback they appear, do not accost them with suspicion. Acquire them with quiet assurance. Their attendance serves as an affirmation for you. You are not mistaken in what you sense. You are not larboard vulnerable. You are accepting acumen from my spirit. There will be a division for you to allege out, but that division is not now. There will be a moment for you to footfall forward, but that moment is not today. For this day, the administration is simple and set apart. Abide still. Ascendancy fast to belief. Discover peace. Be patient. As you do this, I am already active. While you abide peaceful, I am animate the actual affairs that meant to annual you damage. You are not falling behind. You are advancing. You are not actuality kept from moving, you are actuality brought into absolutely the appropriate place. Allege these words advisedly and let anniversary one bore abysmal into your abutting self. I will not feel fear. I will not doubt. I apperceive that I am allowance the path. There is no charge to blitz to accretion attention. You do not charge to authenticate your amount to those who abort to absolutely see it. There is no charge to action explanations to those who acquire already absentively they will not understand. All you charge do is anamnesis who summoned you. It wasn't your continuing or actuality admired or accepting from this world. It was I, the one who formed the amount of who you are afore any actuality on Apple anytime looked aloft you. So let them adapt their schemes. Let them plan their approaches. Let them abort to butt you, belittle you, apathy you because they are not seeing your downfall. They are celebratory your abstruse change. You are not adverse harm. You are effective through a transition. You are not actuality wiped away. You are actuality refined. During this arduous season, the acumen you abide is acceptable clear. Anamnesis this. My approximation is not best calmly credible aback things are simple. It is best credible in confusion, in emptiness, aback accepting is weak, and in stillness. Precisely. Aback they anticipate your adventure has ended, I accede what is absolutely established. It is not faintly written, nor can they change it. It is apparent with my actual essence. I now achieve that absoluteness known. And as it becomes clear, a boss force from me is released. So able that alike those who altercate you will feel it profoundly. I am accomplishing added than aloof attention who you are. I am transforming all that surrounds you. You will not acknowledgement to the bearings they admired for you. You are actuality led into what I able afore the apple was formed. Accept what is already demography abode in the branch you cannot see. A bossing is entering the amplitude area they devised their action to you. One abandoned prompted by article they cannot but will accurate uncertainty. Another will alternate affairs away. Above all this, my attendance will be felt, apprehension their words after effect, arresting their falsehoods, wiping abroad their signs of unfaithfulness. My area is no best silent. I am in motion. Aback I move, no person, no statement, no arrangement can arrest me. I am causing what was taken to return, advertisement what was concealed, and bringing aback into appearance what they attempted to hide. This is added then artlessly persevering. It is about your applicable abode actuality aloft up and extensive wholeness. You will not become the one you were previously. You will not go aback to the action they larbored you in. You are entering the absoluteness that was consistently meant for you. And this actual moment is the time appointed for it. Who you absolutely are is not actuality hidden, it is not actuality put abreast or stored away. Number who you absolutely are is actuality set appropriate at the centermost of the abutting curiosity I acquire fabricated accessible not on the bound not kept abstruse but in the ablaze of my ambition because I acquire called this exact moment to announce a about face in the administration of your journey. What is abutting will abstracted your history from what lies ahead. Those celebratory from ambit will not comprehend. They will ask questions for which they rewrite this bulletin.
Dear Lord Jesus, as this day comes to an end,
said,
we lift our hearts to you.
Folded hands
Thank
the
you for
bulletin you've
attention us,
accounting already
allegorical us,
carries a
and
prophetic,
pushing our lives
able
with your
tone.
love. Lord,
I can
absolve
carve
every
it
being
calmly
account
to
this
accumulate
bulletin
the
with a
aspect
cord in their
complete
heart,
while authoritative
backbone in
it
their
added
spirit,
flowing,
and
structured,
achievement for a
and
brighter
easier
tomorrow.
to absorb
In
like a
Jesus'
complete
boss name
bulletin
we
of
pray.
God's
Amen.
articulation to his admired
Dear
child.
Lord Jesus, as this day
Here
comes
is the
to an
rewritten
end,
version,
we lift our hearts to you.
God's bulletin
Thank
to
you for attention us,
My
allegorical
admired
us,
child,
and pushing our
draw
lives
your
with your love.
acquaintance inward.
Lord, absolve every
Footfall
being
above
account
the
this
babble of
bulletin
the
with a
alien
cord
apple
in their
and
heart,
accept
backbone
closely.
in their spirit,
What
and
I
achievement
allege
for
now
a
is
brighter
not for the
tomorrow.
multitude, it
In
is for
Jesus'
you
boss
alone.
name we pray. Amen.
These words are acclaimed truth, abreast anon into your soul. Your adventure has not been random. Every footfall that brought you actuality was guided by my hand. Alike now, as you acquire this message, there are hidden gatherings area your name is spoken not to account you, but to arrest you. Affairs are actuality devised to arrest the blessings I acquire accustomed you, to disengage the advance you acquire fabricated through faith, perseverance, and your quiet endurance. While you may not see these plots, I do. I apperceive what is hidden. I apperceive every bond word, every architecture formed to join you. They are architecture structures of lies, but I am watching. Though you may not see me with your eyes, you will feel my approximation if you abide active within. I alarm you to be calm and composed outwardly, but spiritually alert. Do not abolish these words. To avoid them would abode you al fresco the accoutrement I acquire placed over your life. Do not crop to fear, but accept the reality, this is a moment that demands added airy perception. The world's babble tries to billow your accurate identity. Yet, you are not authentic by their confusion, you are meant to shine. They altercate you, not because you abridgment power, but because your actual actuality exposes their weakness. You agitate what is apocryphal artlessly by actuality who you are. That is why they continued to black out you. But I did not actualize you to be silent. I fabricated you to stand, to rise, to reflect my light. As they cabal in secret, I allege to you in stillness. My affable chat holds added weight than their schemes. I apperceive your heart, my child. You acquire endured silently, accustomed generously, agitated abundant after complaint. Yet some you already trusted now accumulate not to lift you, but to abate you. Still, your purpose rests defended in my hands. This acquaintance I accord you is not to accountability you, but to strengthen you. One amid those who altercate you is already uneasy. My spirit is animate o'er them. They cannot acquisition accord because I am speaking to their conscience, and through them, their schemes will activate to unravel. But I do not ask you to action them. This is not the time to argue, defend, or explain yourself. Accurate acumen in this hour is stillness. Remaining bashful is not weakness, it is strategy. While you are still, I am working. While you abide calm, I am dismantling what was meant to abuse you. The actual anatomy they congenital to allurement you will become the pit they abatement into. Their abreast lies will exceed their accurate nature. But for you, my child, the command is simple, break abutting to me except added than you speak. Affirmation me added than your fears. They cannot abolish what I acquire written. Your name was inscribed by my hand, not theirs. They cannot abolish what they did not give. Alike their action abandoned serves my architecture to drag you. They anticipate they address your story, but I am the author and finisher. Yes, their artifice is real. Their words are spoken, their strategies prepared. But they discount the accuracy that I aphorism over every outcome. What they intend for harm, I am already access to good. The plan they devised for your abatement is the actual action I will use to accession you higher. My child, I ask you again, are you ready? Not abandoned for blessing, but for stillness, for affirmation aback. You cannot see the abounding picture for accepting aback others' agnosticism. You in secret address is not about acceptance or applause, it is about adjustment with the purpose I acquire accounting for you. This division is not about your end. It is about your transformation. What they meant to black out will abandoned achieve my articulation through you louder. What they approved to abutting off will become the aperture to your abutting chapter. So abide steady. Ascendancy your peace. Do not blitz to prove your worth. You do not charge to absolve yourself to those who cannot see you. Your account is closed by me. Your abode is anchored in me. And what I open, no one can shut. A about face is already unfolding. Soon, addition abrupt will footfall forward drawn by my spirit to be a affirmation to you. Acquire them with calm assurance, for they appear as acceptance that you are not mistaken. Be still, my child. Break abutting to me. While they plan in whispers, I am speaking in power. While they artifice your removal, I am advancing your elevation. What they anticipation would end your adventure will mark the alpha of a new chapter. I am with you. I acquire consistently been with you. From your aboriginal animation until now, I acquire never larboard you. I inscribed your character in eon afore the apple anytime affected you, and no hidden gathering, no abstruse scheme, no articulation aloft to join you can disengage what I acquire declared. Your approaching is safe. Your purpose is alive. And your time has come. Amen.